Order. Order, honorable members. Wamchomba. Order, take your seats. Order. Order, honorable members, take your seats. Take your seats. Honorable Mbeyo, take your seats. Order. Honorable members, take your seats. Honorable members, take your seats. Take your seats. Honorable Mbeyo, take your seat. Honorable Kogo, take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat, Honorable Mbeyo. Order. Order, honorable members. Order, order. Take your seats. Order, honorable members. Sergeant and your team, you can retreat. Order, honorable members. Thank you. Honorable members, order. Honorable members, since I became your speaker, I have not had any occasion to send any member out for misconduct. I'm not about to exercise that duty and right. I want to urge you, even when passions are high, we maintain decorum, we maintain respect for each other. Each one of us here is distinctly and individually elected to carry the dignity of the people who elected you in this house. And we don't carry those dignities bestowed upon us by either dancing on the floor or speaking with very high pitches and notes in your voices, or generally showing that you have the capacity to employ your hands instead of your brain. I want to urge you as members that these proceedings are televised, and your electors, your husbands, your wives, your children, people who admire you, Honorable Wanjala, I will not give you the distinction of expulsion. I want you to reflect and see that out of 349 members, if you are the only one trying to look different, then there's something severely wrong. And having been with you, Angela, for all these years, I thought osmosis has worked in some form. Honorable members, I want us to bring this debate to an end. Honorable Sabina Chege was given an opportunity to speak. Honorable Wandai was given an opportunity to speak. Honorable Majority Leader was given an opportunity to speak. And all the members who spoke have the right to speak the way they spoke, have the right to defend Sabina or to prosecute Sabina, depending on which school of thought you hold on the matter or which party position you are taking. But the ultimate responsibility and decision lies with your speaker, and I'll bring you a reasoned ruling in due course. Honorable Senior Counsel Otienda, I have tremendous respect for you. Allow me to close this debate now. As my distinguished learned junior, I'm sure you understand very well that when we say we close, we close. I know you are a man who speaks very sensibly. You are unlikely to raise passions. If you have any matter to add to what I'm going to rule, I give you the freedom to write to me a small note. I want to close this matter here, And Honorable Wandai, this was not a motion, so there's no right of reply. Yes, there's no right of reply. And I want order, I need no help. Honorable members, I need no order, Honorable Wandai. You know, let me tell you, members, what has just happened here is not strange. In a democratic dispensation, sometimes we take leave of our senses and do strange things. But the moment you realize that, you quickly recollect yourself and sit back as an honorable member. That's what I urge you to do. As your speaker, I want to go on record as leading an orderly house, a house of reason, a house where when an issue comes and you have the opportunity to speak, speak to the facts and not to individuals or casting emotions that are totally unhelpful and unnecessary. We will make a reasoned ruling that will give you direction and set precedents to assist this house in future. Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Order, clerk. Honorable Wandai, what is the problem?
Yeah, you know.
Don't open any.
No, I'm not opening anything, really. You know, Mr. Speaker, these are House of Rules and record and procedures. And it behoves all of us, really, to ensure that it conducts itself in a manner that is respectable. And I've been pleading with you, not once, not twice, but very many times, that you have a duty, Mr. Speaker, to ensure this House doesn't degenerate. My point of order really is not about anything that has been discussed. I listened to you keenly. I've listened to you keenly, Honorable Speaker. And regardless of what else has been said on this matter.
Are you analyzing what I've just said?
What I am requesting you is to indicate to the minority coalition when exactly you intend to communicate on the matter we wrote to you about. That's what I really am questioning. That's not too much here.
Honorable, and you don't need to say those very many words to ask for when is the ruling. You could have just said that. Yes, you could have just said, Mr. Speaker, when are you giving us the ruling? Instead of taking a very long route to arrive at where you're standing. I will give you a ruling, Honorable, and in the manner that I feel deemed fit, and it will come very soon. Next order. Not on the debate, I have closed. Yes, Honorable Otieno Amolo. I hope you are, I will stop you, Senior Counsel, if you wade into the debate that I've closed. Give him.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as a member of Parliament familiar with the rules, and as a lawyer, I respect the guidance you've given. I will not speak on that issue. My point of order is different. I see my friend, the Honorable Didmas Barasa, wearing a garb on his head, which I believe is unparliamentary. I believe the rules have always been, unless it changed today, Mr. Speaker, that you are only allowed to wear a garb in your head if it is religious. I do not believe that the red herring the Honorable Didmas Barasa is wearing is a religious one. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, I urge that you guide him and others who have been similarly dressing like him. Because some of them mistake, and that's the problem with the previous debate, rights versus privileges. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Otieno Amolo, thank you very much. I have seen several members sporting similar gear. I'll look at the rules and how we ought to adhere to our dress code, and I can give you a communication later. The very last point of order, Chepkonga, and don't open debate that we have closed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. You know, generally,
yes,
I follow rules and
yes,
guidance. And, you know, I don't shout myself. I rise pursuant to Standing Order number 83, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I'm very concerned. The reason why people are shouting here is people stand on a purported standing order.
Point of order.
Point of order. Mr. Speaker, Standing Order number 83, let me read it for the benefit of members here. And I'm hoping that whoever sits on your chair, Mr. Speaker, will enforce this. We cannot purport to be ignorant of what the law says. We approve our own standing orders, and then we come here putting up our